Welcome back, everybody. We are here to look at cards for October the 24th. I'm going to be pulling one card for each sign, so if you know your sun, moon, and rising, you can get quite a bit of juice out of a video like this. If you also know your other planetary placements, you can get even more. Thank you guys for being here, for sharing, for liking, for subscribing. That's only two. We'll take them. We'll put them at the top in a minute. And then, okay, so thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing. Also, remember that we do have the contest going. And so the contest, there's another one. Goodness. And so the contest is, you can participate in that by putting a comment down below the video. Not used to having this many jumpers in one video. All right, so we'll start with these. They came out first. Put this one next. Here we go. All right, so Aries, you're coming up with the Six of Coins. Six of Coins is just telling me, Aries, that you've got something going on where somebody is paying you for energy or effort that you have already put out. This could be if you loan somebody half a cup of sugar, they are returning that. If you loan somebody money, they could be paying you money back. This technically could be somebody paying you for the work that you've put in, so it could be payday at work. But generally, this is more outside of work. A lot of times this is barter, or this could be some other situation that would be outside of work, especially given that this is showing up on what I think is a Saturday. Okay, so that's for Aries. Next, let's look at, well, you know what? I am going to say this could be pay for a side gig, though. Maybe not for a normal job, but for a side gig. All right, let's look at Taurus. Taurus has one that also popped out. We have the Justice card showing up here. What's going on with this Justice card for Taurus today? Taurus, I think that you need to make some kind of decision today, and I think that as you're facing this decision, you're feeling like you really don't have enough information to make this decision in a fair way. And I think that you're going to be sort of stalling for time to really come to your final conclusion on this, because you want to feel like you have enough information to really make this decision and not have it be something that you regret in the future. All right. Next up, we have Gemini. Geminis, we have the Devil card showing up for you. This just tells me that there is something coming up today that you're going to need to face, and this is going to be either a fear, an obsession, or an addiction is generally what I see showing up on the Devil card. So something that you're going to have to look right in the face. If you already know that there are certain things that can get to you, then you want to, as you're seeing this video, you want to try and make a backup plan for yourself of, you know, if this temptation, if this obsession or addiction comes up, or if this fear comes up, you know, what am I going to do about that? Especially you want a backup plan for an obsession or addiction if that's what we have as applicable for you. If this is a fear, whenever it does come up, you want to ask yourself, okay, what's worst case scenario with the situation? And what am I going to do in worst case scenario? Once you ask yourself those questions, then you start to realize that, you know, it's not the end of the world. There are things that you can do. Maybe it wouldn't be fun, it wouldn't be pretty, but it does get you forward. So that takes a lot of the fear out of anything that may be coming up today, if you can remember to ask yourself those questions, Geminis. All right, next up, let's look at Cancer. Cancer. Knight of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Cancers, there's something going on here where you're going to be really tempted to blow that budget, either by not doing what you know you need to do to bring the finances in, or by some kind of impulse spending or splurging, somehow going over the budget and telling yourself, well, I'll just fix it later. So, you know, you want to be really aware and cognizant about what you're doing, Cancers, especially when it comes to your finances. Next up, we're looking at Leo, Page of Wands showing up in reverse. This is telling me that there is somebody who is coming to you with a message because they want to, why is the focus doing that? I'm pretty much in the center of the picture. They're coming to you with a message that basically says that there's some type of limitation or restriction coming up here on something that you want to do, that you feel good about, and that you have a lot of enthusiasm and inspiration around. Somebody is taking some of the fun out of it, is the best way for me to put that. They're not shutting it down. They're just putting limitations and restrictions on it, which make it a little bit less fun. It's more fun when you have total free reign. All right, so next up, let's look at Virgo. So Virgos, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Now this card has a very specific meaning for me when it comes up in reverse. It does mean that you have been very generous to somebody in your sphere of influence, and you can be generous with time, energy, effort, resources. And what you're finding is, instead of that generosity helping this person get a leg up or make progress or move forward, that generosity is actually just making them more and more dependent on you, which was not the original goal or target for either one of you. And so as you're realizing this, I think you're cutting off that generosity. You're saying no more of that. You're going to have to go out and do this on your own, because I cannot keep enabling you, because this is what it boils down to, is you're enabling somebody to not step up to the plate and take responsibility for their own stuff. And I think that you're seeing that. Whether you would see this video in the morning or not, I think you're going to be seeing that on your own and just cutting that out. All right, so that was who? That was Virgo. Next, let's look at Libra. Libras, you guys have the Ten of Cups showing up. We like this. So those of you who've been watching me a while, you know that tens talk about ending a cycle and beginning a new one. So there's something here that makes you incredibly happy. And you are taking this to the next level. This could be a hobby. This could be a relationship. This could be a project, but something here that makes you incredibly happy. You're taking this to the next level, and successfully, with that card coming in right side up. All right, so let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio. Here we have the World card showing up in reverse. Now the World card is kind of like a 10. It is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. But with this card showing up in reverse, this is telling me there's a cycle that we're trying to end. We're trying to put it to bed here, but we're having a hard time tying up all the loose ends. So there may be a little bit of a frustration about not being able to get this finished off just yet. But this card doesn't mean it won't finish. It just means that it's going to take us a little bit more effort than what we had planned on putting in to wrap this cycle up. Okay. La, da, da, da. Next up is Sagittarius. Sagittarius with the Seven of Wands showing up in reverse. This is telling me that you have set a boundary with somebody, or maybe even with a group of persons, and now comes the time of truth. Are you going to stand up for this boundary or not? Because this person or group of persons is going to come at you today trying to act like you never even set this boundary, trying to act like there was never a conversation or a memo or a note or whatever it is, however you set this boundary. They're going to try to act just like nothing ever happened there. And so are you going to hold up your boundary, or are you going to let them roll right over you like a bulldozer? That's going to be up to you. Okay, so let's look at Capricorn. Capricorns, you guys have a Queen of Cups showing up in your sphere of influence today. A Queen of Cups is somebody who is very comfortable with their emotions. They can express them, they can release them. They don't feel self-conscious about having emotions. Here's the thing, I think that this person that you're interacting with today is being pretty mysterious about their emotions. If you can see in this picture, she is holding this cup with she's holding this cup that has a lid on it, and she's not got one hand ready to remove that lid. She's just holding that cup. So it looks to me like she may not be, even though she's very comfortable with her emotions, not self-conscious about her emotions, she's not sharing those emotions with just anybody and everybody around, okay? This is typical Scorpio behavior, not to let everybody know exactly how they feel. I can say that because I've got a stellium in Scorpio. And so this is This is somebody that you're interacting with. For some of you, this may be somebody that you haven't interacted with a lot before. And I can tell you that even though right now they're not really sharing a lot with you, they're not being very open with you, once they get to know you, if this person decides that you're safe to talk with, then the floodgates, the floodgates, you will need control of the floodgates because then they will talk your ear off. But until you get to that point, they can be pretty mysterious and sort of hold back on anything that's going on in their life or any of their feelings about anything that's going on. All right, so next let's look at Aquarius. So Aquarius, you guys have the Chariot coming up here. Um, this is interesting because I'm getting two messages almost simultaneously off of this card. So for some of you, both of these are going to apply, but for a lot of you, you're just going to have one or the other, okay? So Aquarius with the Chariot, the first message that hit me is successful marriage and enjoying that successful marriage. So enjoying each other's company, enjoying the collaborations that you guys are doing together. You guys may have grandkids for the first time and you're really enjoying that. You know, a lot of different ways that that can manifest where you're actually enjoying a successful marriage. Even if it only feels successful for today, just take it and enjoy it. All right. And then the other thing that comes up here is that Aquarius, you may be traveling today. You may be actually moving home today. But definitely there's this whole sense of travel that shows up for a lot of you too. So either a successful partnership that you're enjoying the benefits of or traveling today. I feel like for more of you, this is about traveling today. For some of you, this is about traveling and enjoying your partner as you're traveling. So for some of you, you're getting both of these. All right. So that's Aquarius. Next up, let's look at Pisces. Pisces, you do have the Ace of Swords showing up here. This is telling me that you have some sort of new understanding of things that you didn't have before. And as this new understanding comes in, it's not something that impacts your perception of just one part of your life, but it's something that really, it connects a lot of the puzzle pieces together for you, Pisces. So we like those types of insights. They definitely lead us closer and closer to ascension or understanding ourselves better. Woo woo. All right, so that covers it for today, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Looking forward to reading and doing Reiki for some of you guys later on in person, and the rest of you, I will see you back on the next video. Everyone have a fantastic day. Peace out.